Gobert is away for personal reasons. He's spent the day anticipating the birth of his first child. We, of course, wish him the best and congratulate him. Coach Finch said it's going to be great.
Now matched up against Jokic inside, finding Gordon, who struggled in game one. Towns is there, but they get the two.
He's got to play gritty, and he's got to be free.
Over 4,400 games they have officiated in the Timberwolves with the ball for the first time. Towns on the move off the baseline. A terrific third quarter in game one for Jokic. Shot clock is down to 5. He threw it away. He had 7 turnovers in game one. One right there. McDaniels to the other side.
And that's McDaniels' first night. But he's going to have to look at the rim a little bit more as well.
Curling, spinning, scoring inside Jokic. It's an outside Conley. Karl Anthony Towns, beautiful stroke, puts it right through. 20 points in playoffs. Timberwolves, one of 2 unbeaten teams in the playoffs so far. 3, Towns, book it.
Well, didn't he self-proclaim he's the league has ever seen?
And who to disagree? Huh? He's as good as there is. Jokic right down the middle into 2 defenders. Edwards on top. He'll put up a 3. Bullseye! Have gone up 2-0 in this series on the road against the defending champion Denver Nuggets. I don't know that a lot of people had that on their cards coming into the series.
I wanted to make this video after the Timberwolves just smacked the Nuggets and basically blew them out for the most part and dominated the game. So I know I made my video before the Nuggets and the Timberwolves game has started about projecting the Nuggets to win in 6. Because I figured that the first game was kind of fluky and that the Nuggets was going to figure it out and win this game for sure. I thought that it took Anthony Edwards to drop 40 and then I keep forgetting the guy's name, off the bench, dropped 14 in the fourth. It took that just for them to barely beat the Nuggets game 1. So I didn't think that that was going to happen again. I thought that the Nuggets was going to get it together and Anthony Edwards was going to have a worse game and that the Nuggets was going to pull it off. Now, Anthony Edwards did have a worse game because he ain't have 40-something again. And he was struggling in the beginning versus in the first game. He started off hot, but this game was just an all-around defensive effort, even without Rudy Gobert. And that's why I'm already making this video because, well, I know a lot of people already pushing the panic button and saying that the Timberwolves going to sweep the Nuggets. And a lot of people wanted the Timberwolves to win because, you know, I'm just not noticing. I guess a lot of people don't like the Nuggets like that, even though they're a good team and everybody admit how good Joker is. And a lot of people like Murray. It's seeming like most people going for the Timberwolves and happy that the Nuggets losing. Now, there is a lot of Lakers fans. Let's not forget about that. So it probably is a lot of these people who hating and glad that the Timberwolves win. It probably is Laker fans. So I didn't even think about that. Because, you know, the Lakers got a big fan base. So that might be it. But, yeah, I was shocked by this game because the first game, they was playing good defense, but it wasn't nothing like this. Like, this game alone was one of the best defensive games I've seen in a minute. And Jamal Murray is really, I don't know, because like they said, he is supposed to be injured. But then I do agree with Shannon Sharp. He wasn't looking injured against the Lakers. The game after he supposedly got injured, he came out on fire. Then he hit a game winner. So I ain't going to use that as the excuse of Jamal Murray being injured. I'm going to just say that he is just putting the clamps on him, and you see him where he struggled. Now, the problem might be because I see his quickness not there. I know Jamal Murray never really been the quickest, you know, known for being super quick, but this game, like, it's really showing like he can't get to where he want to get on the court. They everywhere. And then, of course, they playing good defense. Every time somebody's a drive, somebody is there cutting them off. And, you know, they playing all around good team defense. And they really, you know, play real well. Kyle Anderson, you know, filled in perfectly. So, you know, this was a crazy game. For sure. And then Caldwell Pope, he the one that we should be looking at because I remember since he had got injured, he ain't been doing nothing. Like, he haven't even hit 10 points. He ain't been playing good defense. Every time Anthony Edwards is checked by him, he killing them. Like, Aaron Gordon need to guard Anthony Edwards the entire game. No switching. I'm just going to take him straight up. Because, yeah, Pope out there playing bad. And then Reggie Jackson, he was good in game one. This game, he was off. So it was just an all-around bad effort. And then we know Joker can't do it on his own because Joker, part of his game, he's not a Kobe or Jordan or even Anthony Edwards to where he just going to take over the game and take all of the shots. He'd like to get his teammates involved and, get over, like 8 to 10 assists the game. So without him being able to do that, that kind of neutralizes his game because we know we don't expect Joker to just be dropping 40 or 50 if he have to. At the highest, we expect them to get, like maybe 30 something, 32, 34 or something like that. But we don't expect for him to just go off and drop 40 every game. So yeah, not looking good at all. I might have actually been wrong. Like I said about Anthony Edwards, like I said, is that I knew that he good. I've been saying that he just got to win something and show me something because, like I said, he failed Team USA and then he failed, what's that, a year or two ago. He came up, I felt like he shot them out. Was it the Timberwolves versus the Warriors? I forget whatever series. It wasn't last year, the year before last when they was in the playoffs. I felt like he was doing a lot of ball hogging and he had shot them out of the game, which I'm going to get into later on about that. But yeah, it's looking like they the truth. Like, defense still wins championships. And this is to take note that you still got to play defense because that's why we don't like this, era of basketball. And that's what basketball have really been lacking is defense. But when you can play defense, it's nothing like it. So, shout out to the Timberwolves because like I said, what I did say in the video is that, I felt that the Timberwolves wasn't going to have enough scoring to keep up. Like, I felt like Anthony Edwards was going to really have to keep doing all the scoring because it's really him surrounded by great defensive players, but that's ended up working. And then players is hitting shots, Karl-Anthony Towns, like I said, he is the X factor. I did say that in my last video. If he can get 20 to go along with, Anthony Edwards 20, 30, 40 a game, they can win. And then, Karl-Anthony Towns, I'm not sure if he had 20, but I know he had double-digit points, and, he was killing it, hitting threes, layups, he was balling this game. So, it's not looking good for the Nuggets. The Nuggets have to win game 3, of course. That's what it comes down. If they lose game 3, it's a wrap. Even if they win game 4, the inevitable is gonna happen. They not about to win 4 straight. That's not happening against the Timberwolves. So, this is a rare occasion I'm wrong. Most time I am right from my history of I don't even know how many years, but definitely over 10, 15 years of watching and watching sports and predicting games and stuff like that. I'm I'm rarely wrong, but of course, everybody, I'm not perfect. Of course, I've been wrong, a lot of times. Of course, I'm not perfect because, LeBron that got me a couple times to where I thought he was going to lose. And just like against the Heat and then against the Warriors, and he ended up pulling it out. And then, of course, Eli Manning beating my Patriots both times. I wasn't expecting that. Even when the Celtics beat the Lakers in '08, because y'all know I'm a Kobe fan, but I can see in hindsight, I can see why the Celtics was, that was like one of the first super teams. They did have 3 all-stars and future Hall of Famers going up against Kobe and Gasol, but Gasol got punked that series. But that's another subject for a different day. But I'm just going to show like I have been wrong a couple of times, predicting games and stuff. We all get wrong. It's hard, to predict and get right 100% of the time, or I would be rich off gambling if I could do that. But, most of the time I am right because, being a Patriots fan, we definitely won. And, Tom Brady being my favorite player, I was right about more Super Bowls than I was wrong. Even being a Kobe fan, Kobe 5-2 in the finals. So, And then of course, Jordan 6-0. So most of this, and then of course I was always picking the Warriors over the Cavs. So that one year that I was wrong when they came back, when the Cavs came back from 3-1 and LeBron, I was wrong. But the other three times, I think, yeah, LeBron played the Warriors, what is it, 3 or 4 times in the finals. So, the other times I ended up getting it right because I knew once they got KD, like most of us, some people had doubts, but I knew what was going to end up happening. I knew the Warriors was going to win twice. And then I knew the Raptors was going to beat the Warriors once Kevin Durant got injured. And then especially after Clay got injured, whatever, game 5 or game 6 or whatever that was. But anyway, you know, nobody's perfect. So, but I'm going to admit to it. Like, I'm looking wrong. Now, can the Nuggets win the series? Now, if the Nuggets somehow come back and win this series, they gonna be the favorites to win a championship. And it's gonna be a wrap. Like, like I'm gonna feel way more confident in them winning the finals. And it could be like whoever win this series could win the finals. That's how I'm looking at it. Because whoever win the series, if the Timberwolves do beat the Nuggets, I am gonna pick them to beat the Thunder or the Mavs. Spoiler alert. I don't see the Thunder gonna be able to keep up and outplay them. Everybody gonna want to see Shaw versus Anthony Edwards. That's gonna be a good one, but I see the Timberwolves winning. And then Luka and Kyrie, I can see them getting clamped up. Like how Jamal Murray and Joker, even though he's been playing good, but he's been getting locked up sometime too. So I see Anthony Edwards locking up Luka and then whoever locking up Kyrie. So I don't see the Mavs beating them. So I could see if the Timberwolves beat the Nuggets, I could see them making the finals. If the Nuggets somehow do come back, I could see them making the finals. And then of course, well, I'll wait to get into that because I'm already spoiling enough. But yeah, but do I see it happening? To tell the truth, no. I'm leaning. I give 80%. It's 80-20. I think 80% that the Timberwolves is gonna win. I give the Nuggets a 20% chance of winning this series. They got to start with game 3, but it's not looking good, especially after this game. It's looking like this gonna really come down to adjustments and adjustments. That's all it's really gonna come down to. And then Joker gonna have to go off one game, or the Timberwolves is gonna have to have a bad game. Like that's why I said I really don't see the Nuggets winning because I could see them winning a game or two. That's why I'm not predicting a sweep. If I had to guess, I would pick the Timberwolves in 5. I think the Timberwolves will probably have a bad game, and then the Nuggets might have a game where they're on fire. So I could see this going 5. Maybe 6, but I'm leaning towards it looking like a wrap. Like that's why I said I guess an 80% chance that the Timberwolves gonna win because and then they can't stop Anthony Edwards. I do have to give him credit. I'm gonna end it on this. Like from what I'm watching, like unless like I said, Aaron Gordon had to guard him all game, and then it has been times that he didn't cook Aaron Gordon, but at least Aaron Gordon got the size and at least can kind of play with them. Like when they put Pope on them, it's over with. And then Jamal Murray's too small, he can't guard them. And then Joker not a good rim defender, so because I've been seeing him just getting to the rim, like he a couple times he even got to the rim easily. I'm like, what is y'all doing? Where's the defense? Like like y'all looking like y'all ain't trying, like ain't no athleticism at all. So that's a huge problem that nobody can guard Anthony Edwards. And then defensively, they clamping them down. Like they gonna have to find a way to get Jamal Murray open. And then the game plan still gonna have to be to get the ball out of Edwards' hand and make Karl Anthony Towns and other people beat you. But it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. So I might have been right. The Knicks won that game, even though the rest was on some BS. But I'm still counting on being right about all the other series. I know the Celtics going to for sure beat the Cavs, so that'll be a huge upset. Still got the Knicks, especially since it's looking like the NBA and the refs want the Knicks to make the conference finals. And then, like I said, we going to see the hardest series was the Thunder and the Mavs for me to predict. So we're going to see how that go. But I did pick the Thunder to win that series, even though I wouldn't be surprised if the Mavs won. But anyway, that's my thoughts. I might have been wrong. hey, it happens.